Hello and welcome to my channel, Saved by Grace Creation. I'm going to show you a few tricks that I've learned along the way that might help you. Perhaps you already know about these, but some of them I just learned on my own, and so I thought, why not share? And I hope that you also share with me. Send in your comments, subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear what advice and tricks that you have learned along the way as well. This one is going to show you how to distress many things all at once. For instance, this is something I just cut on my Cricut, and the tags are still adhered to the cutting mat. And if you just distress around the edges where they're cut, you can see the actual cutting images, and it saves some time. I still go back and do a little bit more on the edges, but the overall distressing on the actual piece, base, whatever you want to say, is done. And then you can just peel these off, and they already are distressed. It just saves some time. I still feel that some of the edges need to be more distressed more after you peel them off, but this is just to get the bases distressed. So now you can see one of these just came off, and then I would just go back and distress the edges very quickly. So it's a little time saver. And it's just one thing that I wanted to share. Another thing that I wanted to share is when you're doing your punching, you can turn your punch over to see exactly where you're punching from the other side, number one. Number two, various times when you punch, it leaves a little piece of paper on the wrong side. So I do this, just swiveling it around in hopes that you get a clean cut, and it will not leave anything on the back side. Sometimes it leaves little pieces that you have to pull off, and it's just not a clean cut. But like I said, if you do the swivel, I'll try and do another one for you. You can turn this over, because if you do it this way, you're not exactly sure where you're punching, but if you see where the punch is, that shows you exactly where you're going to punch. And then swivel it around, and you get a clean cut on both sides. That's just something that I also learned, because it was constantly that I was peeling off the back side of where they were punched. Next, you can see all of these tags that I had to put the strings in. One thing that you can do to help the process is to use a crochet hook. Put the crochet hook through, put the thread around the crochet hook. Okay, come on. Okay, well, this worked just great for me a million times when I was doing all those. Anyway, you pull that through, and oh my goodness. And just thread it like that. It's easy, it's fast. I had another one here. I wanted to just kind of do them quickly, but I did all of these in about 20 minutes. And like you can see here, there's oodles and oodles of them. Usually when you get them online or whatever, the string is separate, and so you have to do that yourself. So once again, pull the thread through. Oh my goodness. And there you go. So that's another trick that I learned, because some of these holes on these tags are very small and the crochet hook fits right through it. So that's something very quick and easy that you can do. Another thing I wanted to show you is when you're making ruffles with your sewing machine, say your fabric is already under your presser foot, this is an easy way to fold your fabric and keep stitching along. It's hard to do it when I don't have it on my presser foot, but a fork will give you the same dimensions on each ruffle as you're stitching along. Like this would be under your presser foot, so you just keep going. Anyway, that is something that I found very useful, because I make a lot of ruffles with paper, book page, and I found that the ruffles were all different sizes, and this is just a small cocktail fork, and it's very easy. I just keep it by my sewing machine, but as you can see, it's very easy just to make a ruffle. And this is still stationary underneath your presser foot, so it goes much easier, but I didn't want to bring my sewing machine over here. So that's another quick tip for making ruffles. And a last tip that I did recently, because I was making all these buttons, just thread a long piece of thread into your needle. You can keep from having to rethread your needle every time you're wanting to put threads in your buttons. So now you just tie this off. I tie them twice. Cut it to the length that you want, and you're ready to go again. You don't have to keep rethreading your needle. Perhaps you're already aware of these things, but they're just some things that I've learned along the way that have helped me increase productivity and time, and just a value that I have wanted to share with everybody, and I hope that you will do the same with me. I'm sure there's many things that you have learned along the way that would be helpful to all our people that are watching the videos or subscribe to the channel. So please share whatever you have. Any ideas would be greatly appreciated. So that's it for today. It's just a short little video. I hope you're having a great day, and I will be videotaping again soon. So please subscribe to the channel so you get all the updates, and we'll talk again soon.